Wake up, everyone. How you doing tonight? You good? Oh, come on. I know I've been gone for 3 weeks. Are you good? All right, stand up. We're going to sing in the name of love. One of our new chants. Jamie.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. I want you to sing out loud. I want you to sing with energy and vibration. Yes. Come on, Jamie.
In the name of love.
Hey.
With a heart of grace. Overflow in us, decorate this place. As it is below, so it is above. May we always stand in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love. When the day done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love. In the name of love. Hey, may we always be seeking out the best till we all are free, living in a world we've been dreaming of, where we stand as one. In the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love.
This part like,
when the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love.
that part right
In the
here.
name of love.
In the 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 name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one. In the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one. In the name of love. Come on, y'all.
In the name
of love. In the name of love.
Hey, yeah.
In the name of love. In the name of love. In the name of love. Here we go. In the name of love.
Oh, I love that chant. I actually requested that we would sing that chant. That's one of Jamie Lula's chant. Was anyone here for the concert we had? Who was here? That was one of those moments where you're going, ah. We used to say at Agape, oh, that was an Agape moment. I want to say that was a North Hollywood church moment. Yeah, it just lifted us and something that we needed. And on Sunday, they did the music and message. If you haven't seen it, go online and check it out. The music and message with Floyd Lula was incredible. In fact, from the beginning, I sat in that corner and cried like a baby. And I was on pulpit rotation. Have you ever tried to be on pulpit after you've had the ugly cry? Snot's flying. You just like, it got real, y'all. Welcome to the Wednesday Wake Up. We're going to go into our group meditation together. And I am just so grateful for this month. If you follow Science of Mind, I hope we all are reading Science of Mind. 365 Science of Mind is our reading tonight. In fact, the whole month. Ernest Holmes, I was talking to Gerrick on the phone. Gerrick's one of our guests tonight. Gerrick's here. And I said, you know what? Somewhere in this path, I fell in love with Ernest Holmes. When I started, Ernest Holmes was so heady. I was like, I don't get this. But somewhere, maybe about 3 or 4 years into this practice, into this teaching, I fell in love. And it was recently during the pandemic, I felt deeply in love with Ernest Holmes. And I got it from the soul level. And this month, we're celebrating spiritual education, spiritual teachers, and vitality. And Ernest Holmes talks about this. Vitality is knowing that we are connected to a divine spirit within us that sustains us. This is who we are, our true nature. And once we understand that, that is what we're studying. See, it's a study of the one mind. Science of mind is a study of the one mind. I'm talking about God, not your mind, although our mind is in the one mind. So I invite you just to go ahead and close your eyes. I invite you to take a nice deep breath into the nostrils and an exhale. And with our feet firmly onto the floor, feel the ground underneath you. Feel the support of the universe holding you, supporting you, grounding you. And as we are feeling this connection in this room, I invite us to remember that this space is the epicenter of spiritual growth. From your heart, the heart chakra, from within, and what is happening in us is a wake up. So today we get to wake up to who and what we truly are. I invite us to take a deep breath into the nostrils. A deep exhale, sigh. I invite you to welcome yourself back into what we call home base, the center of our awakening. We've been here before, and yet this is the first time we've ever been here. Once again, take a deep breath in. Hold the breath at the very top. And in your mind's eye, in your consciousness, all needs are met. You are connected. Exhale. Now just feel this energy, this prana. Feel the vibration, the energy. On this next breath, recognize what you are feeling. Inhale again, inhale. Hold the breath. Feel the quality of spirit. Exhale. Be awake and aware that this is your true nature. This is who you are, who we are. And as we connect with Spirit, we allow this vibration to revitalize our life. It is the only thing that is sustainable, the only thing that is real. The only true power that there is inside of you, inside of me, inside of us. So as we remember to remember, as we go through our challenges, we can always return back to this space. Home base. Home. The centering. The high room. Our awareness. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale. So how good it is to take a moment to remember to remember. How good it is to remind ourselves of our divine connection. The true energy that uplifts us, that heals us, that guides us, that teaches us. How good it is to release anything that's unlike love, unlike peace, joy, oneness, the noise. We get to release and listen to the true nature of God's voice within us. So I give thanks for this evening. I give thanks for this meditation. I give thanks for each and every person that's here now in this space or online, because there is no distance, separation. So we are here, we are there, we are everywhere. And the we is God. We as God. I give thanks. Simply allow it to be. And so it is. Amen. We're going to sing Om Shanti here from your heart. Breathe it in. Feel the energy. The Om is in you. You are the Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, 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 Om. Sing the Om, everyone. Om Shanti, Om. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside my mind, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside my mind, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti.
moving me. Peace inside my heart, God and only God I live to see. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Shanti Om. 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 Inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God and only God I live to see. Peace inside the earth, God and only God is moving me. Peace inside the earth, God and only God I live to see. Oh,
Take a nice deep breath into the nostrils. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take a breath in for the Om. Inhale. Let's feel the vibration, feel the energy of the Om. Connect with it. The Om is you. The Om is the sound of creation. In yoga, we teach it is the sound of yoga. The Om is a sound, it's a tonality, it is a mantra itself. The Om. The mantra is a reminder of what is sacred. And when we Om, we are sending out a representation of who we really are. Because words have power, power has words. Words have power. Power comes from the words we speak. So when we speak an Om, I want you to be very mindful that you're creating something from the divine. Yes? We get to speak Oms in everything we do. We get to speak Oms. We get into our cars. Om. We get to speak Oms in those places that life is hitting the fan, the shift is hitting the fan, life is lifing. You can speak an Om. When you're in that hard relationship and you are speaking and you're having this discourse and this energy that's separating you, what you think is you're separated, speak an Om. The next time someone gets on your last nerve will probably be in the parking lot. No, I'm not claiming that. But you can speak an Om in any space. So tonight we are here to recognize the Om that's within us. This is what this whole month is all about. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Wednesday Wake Up, y'all. If this is your first time here in this center or you're just coming back, raise your hand. Let me see who's here. Hey, welcome back. Welcome, first time. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to the North Hollywood Church of Religious Science, a center for spiritual oneness. A center for spiritual oneness. I'm going to say that again. A center for spiritual oneness. That means that it's only one of us here. No matter who you loved, no matter what color skin you are, no matter what gender you identify as, no matter who you voted for, you are in the spirit. Why do you laugh when I say it all the time? Why y'all laugh? Because it's the truth. Here's the thing about the Om. I love this, that the Om doesn't know sides. The Om is every side. Ohm doesn't know the blue, the red. Ohm is everything. So that's why we want to call our center a center for spiritual, oneness center for spiritual living. And thank you for being here. If you're brand new to our community, what we love to do here on the Wednesday Wake Up, we do a video spotlight. And this month, I'm thinking, I'm Spirit, what are we going to video spotlight? And it just came out of the teaching for this month. We're going to spotlight spiritual teachers that have shifted this incredible movement we call New Thought, Science of Mind, religious science, whatever you want to call it, unity. So we have a couple of incredible teachers that we're going to spotlight. So are we ready? Can we dim the lights, y'all? Can we dim the lights so everyone can see it? And let's do that. Let's play this video.
Hi, this is Michelle Medrano with another episode of Contemplate This, where we consider and contemplate your spiritual questions. This may not seem like a deeply spiritual question, but I think it's an important one. Here at Mile High Church, in the teaching that we study, the founder of that teaching is a wonderful man named Ernest Holmes. And there are centers for spiritual living all over the world that have been born out of the wonderful ideas and philosophy and teaching of Ernest Holmes. And so today I'd like to talk a little bit about who was this guy? Who was Ernest Holmes? He was a wonderful man who was born in the very late 1800s, the 1880s, and he lived until 1960. And during that time, he was quite a philosopher his whole life. In fact, as a little kid, he was called a human question mark because he always had lots of questions. And his questions were always about important things. Some of the things we talk about on this show, spiritual questions, the nature of the universe, what is God, what is everything made of, where did everything come from, those important questions. And so he was very powerful at asking those kinds of questions, had a deep yearning to have an understanding of such things. And so as he grew older and was part of his family, there was a spiritual tradition and a philosophy that was Christian, and much of that was deeply embraced, and some of that was rejected. In fact, I've heard stories of him going home after church in horse and buggy with his family, and his parents pulling the buggy over and turning to him and saying, that preacher did a pretty good job, but don't believe any of that stuff about hellfire and damnation. That's just not what we believe is true. And so he was raised in a teaching, a religion, and a spiritual atmosphere that invited there to be more questions and more exploration. As he grew older and as a young man, he discovered the works of Ralph Waldo Emerson, the wonderful transcendentalist, and that totally broke him open. In fact, Ernest Holmes would say that for him, reading Emerson was like drinking water. He loved what Emerson had to say. And as we read the works of Ernest Holmes, we see a lot of Emerson's influence in his writing and his teaching. And it's a powerful correlation. And so we studied the transcendentalists ourselves here. Ernest Holmes went on to organically discover this spiritual nature, and that he loved talking with people about their spiritual beliefs and their sense of the cosmos, and eventually became well known in dinner parties and circles and began being invited to speak and to teach. And eventually, in 1927, he formed what we call the Institute of Religious Science, because he was all about learning and growing and classwork. And as that continued to evolve, it became clear that this was a spiritual tradition, a spiritual teaching. And those around him encouraged him to create a spiritual organization. And out of that was formed a church, a spiritual community. The first one was in Los Angeles, Founders Church. And it was towards the end of Ernest Holmes' life that he was a part of creating this wonderful church that is still alive in Los Angeles. And out of that was born practitioners and ministers and more churches that have spread across the United States. And now, today, in 2018, we have teaching centers all over the globe. And while we love and respect Ernest Holmes, and he was extremely influential in his lifetime, we don't revere him or put him up on a pedestal. We don't worship him. We don't make him the end-all be-all. And I've always loved that about us and our teaching, that we have a healthy respect for him. Look him up. Look him up on some search engine. You'll find that he was a prolific author, a wonderful speaker, a wonderful teacher, and his life has borne out of it centers for spiritual living, communities all over the globe that are serving and supporting people like you and me in deepening on our spiritual path. Thanks so much for joining us for this episode. I hope that you will consider subscribing through YouTube to Contemplate This, and that you will ask me some questions, make some comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you're watching this on Facebook, you can make comments and questions there too. Thanks so much. Bye.
Did I turn me off by accident? Okay, it didn't turn me off. So we have growth work. You know, every week I give you some growth work. I want you to go home and I want you to look up Ernest Holmes and I want you to write me a 200-page essay. Actually, not. After you teach Pratt class, Gerrick, you know this, you just don't want to read another growth work paper for a while. But anyway, just go and check out who our founder is. You'll find some great things. One thing I love about Ernest Holmes, he was a fighter for equality. In fact, the person who created or actually was the architect of the Founders Center was Paul Revere Williams. And there was a point where he wanted to come into the church and someone said, no, we don't take, and they said the N-word. And Ernest Holmes turned around and says, not here, not now, that is not our teaching. So Ernest Holmes is a powerful force of change in our world, and I'm so grateful to be a part of this movement because it is moving. Yes? All right. We are now bringing up an incredible, powerful practitioner come up to hold this consciousness for us. Michael Foley is going to take us through the reading of the day, which is 365 Science of Mind, my favorite book, and it is today's reading. That's what we're going to do every single Wednesday, read today's reading and invite you to do it. And he's going to give us our invocation. Michael? Thank you, brother.
I shared a little bit earlier. I've returned to being a practitioner after a very long time. The last time I was in this pulpit was in 1999 here in Hollywood, North Hollywood. So it's really, really great to be back. And I have to tell you, you all look really good. You look really good. Yes. Our inspirational reading today comes from our book of the month, 365 Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And it's titled, I Live Eternally in the Household of God. You live in the house of God. The household of God is a household of perfection. It is the secret place of the Most High, within you and within all people. The inhabitants of this household are divine. They will become as divine as you permit. As you perceive them, that is how they perceive you. For this is the way of life. Everything responds to you at a level of your recognition. In the household of God, there is no jealousy, no littleness, no meanness. This is a household of joy, a place of happiness, a place of contentment. Here there is only warmth, color, and beauty. Seen in this light, your earthly house symbolizes the kingdom of divine harmony where no one is a stranger. To ourselves we say, nothing is alien to me. Nothing enters into my experience but joy, integrity, and friendship. The good I realize for myself, I realize for everyone. I cannot desire a good for myself other than the good I desire for everyone else. Neither do I deny myself the good I affirm for others, for I know that in the household in which I live, the host of God, the host is God, the living Spirit Almighty. My guests are all people. The invitation has been eternally written for all to enter in and dwell therein as the guests of this eternal host forever. I was Catholic. I feel like I should do something because I just love Ernest Holmes so much. So please go within and join with me as we know truth. For tonight, we are here as a divine appointment. We were all supposed to be here. We know also together that there is everything, and that everything is God. And in that everything, we know that every cell, every being is God, we are the divine expressions of God. And so we know that there are many paths up a mountaintop, but the view from the summit is the same for everyone. Indeed, God is all there is. I am one with God. We are all one with God. And therefore we know tonight in this healing service, all that needs to be revealed is revealed, all that needs to be healed is healed, and all that needs to be released is released quickly, gently, and with grace. And so we also know right now, in this very room, that grace extends to everyone who is of service. It extends to every note of music that is played by the divine idea of our musicians and the divine expression of the Reverend Skip Jennings. Indeed, we are blessed. So thank you, Spirit, for this evening. Thank you for all of this good, for God is nothing but good. And I release this service, I release this word into the law of mind, knowing that it is done, and so it is.
Amen. Thank you, Michael. Thank you very much. Yeah, y'all can clap for that. Enthusiasm. Thank you, powerful practitioner. So our musical spotlight tonight, our art spotlight, is the incomparable, the brilliant Susan Edward Martin. Y'all give some love there. If you don't know her, especially some people at home, you might not know her. This is why I do all the bios. I try to keep them short so people can understand who you're in their presence are. She is a 2-time Broadway World Award winner. She originated the role of Lady Blues in the Tony-winning Torch Song trilogy. Powerful. She's appeared in numerous Broadway and TV shows and has performed her concert nationwide. Her one-woman show, Unlimited, premiered here to a sold-out audience, y'all. She has 2 CDs I want you to get, y'all. It is Simply Susan Reimagined and You Gotta Have Heart, which is a powerful CD. Y'all, please, and it was actually produced by our own Tony. So yeah, give some love here. So y'all, please give some love to Susan Edwards Martin.
Hi. Okay. I want to be down here with the musicians for this one, so I'm ready. Can't help it. God makes me want to sing. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing.
give Susan some more love, everybody. I'm going to step down, and we're going to change the stage around. This is probably my favorite. Well, no, I say that every service, every Wednesday wake up, because every Wednesday we do something different. If you don't know this is your first time, make sure you come back, because next Wednesday I'll give a Dharma talk. We'll do the meditation again the following Wednesday. Then the last Wednesday of every month, we do the sound bowl healings. I bring out all the sound bowls. It's a really powerful time to come in if you're looking for healing. But the first Wednesday of every month, we do a high conscious conversation. And some of you know that I am a podcaster, and I love asking questions and having conversations with people on everything. I think I'm the young black Ernest Holmes. Why not, right? Because there's only one of us here. There's only one of us here. I heard someone says, young? I heard you in the back. I heard you in the back. Anyway, I want to introduce two people to y'all. Some of y'all know who's here, but this woman, she has been my teacher. In fact, she was my first ministerial teacher. When I went into ministerial school, we had to take a class called Public Speaking for Ministry. And that's where I fell in love with Reverend Julie. Let me tell you a little bit about her. Reverend Dr. Julie Moret, got to put the doctor on it, Pop. Author of What's Your What? If you don't have this book, you got to get this book. It will change your life. Is an international speaker, a teacher with degrees in psychology, Qigong, clinical hypnosis, and more. She's a featured speaker at the Agape International Spiritual Center and a professor on the South Korea, I'm not going to say this right, so you correct me when you get up here, Ritavilla platform? Okay, we'll get it. Julie's TED Talk, how to clarify your uniqueness and live your life matters, is available now online. It's an amazing TED Talk. She is knighted by the Order of Orthodox Knights of St. John. What? Alongside with renowned spiritual leaders, and her recent trek to Mount Everest. And some of y'all complained about commuting here for church. Mount Everest, y'all, base camp, reignited her mission to share practical tools and help others to reach their highest potential. She's here with us tonight. Gerrick Angel, and I always need to correct myself. He's an ordained minister, so I say Reverend Gerrick. Put some information on that, is an Agape licensed spiritual counselor, ordained minister with thriving practice, a private practice. He's actually my practitioner, y'all. He is a co-director, he was a co-director of the LGBTQA ministry, which we co-directed together for 15 years, co-founder of Loving Hands United, serving families through adoption, foster care, fertility support. He taught at the Agape University. He was one of my teachers in Prac 1, and he's a longtime practitioner teacher of the life visioning, and we're going to do a life visioning class starting in September. I'm teaching it, so y'all need to join it. For 16 years, he has led the monthly transformational visioning group from his Los Angeles home, now on Zoom. Y'all, can you give some love as I bring my friends up here to base camp? Come on up, y'all. Come on up. Welcome. Reverend Julie, you sit right in the center. And I said this at the beginning of our meeting, it's a rose between two roses. Because there is no thorns in God. Welcome, y'all. We got some water here. How are y'all doing?
So good.
Yeah?
Such a sweet community. This is so beautiful.
I think your mic is over there on the side. You have a mic too.
God is great to be here.
Hello.
Everyone.
Listen to the voice of God. For me, and I'm going to jump right into it until we can get some good information, some nuggets. There are people in your life, y'all, that you will find as spiritual teachers. And you watch and you listen and you pay homage to what they're saying. And these are two people that have taught me for a very long time on this journey. And we're heading into a back to school energy. It's back to school. You know, we're going back to school. And this month, we're inviting you to return to your spiritual education, development, and the work that helps us to stay vital in our spiritual life. What does spiritual education mean to you, Reverend Julie? I know, we go right into it. What does it mean to you?
Spiritual education is the way that I cultivate my consciousness. you know? And the first thing that comes up for me when you mention it's back to school time, you know, is that it's kind of back to school time for all of us, metaphorically. Like, the learning is never done. It's never completed. So the question is, like, what are you ready to revisit? What wants to emerge as you now in this season? What's that thing that you really want to get now? And the truth is that we know. Like, I've spent so much of my life running around to all the experts out there to find somebody who could heal me, fix me, save me, all the things, right? But after having private counsel and counseling hundreds of people, thousands including groups, the humbling truth is, like, you know. We all know. And so I'd love to kick this off by just inviting you to take a moment and, like, what's this season for you? Is it time to really double down in feeling what it feels like, developing, doing whatever it takes to develop an earnest, sincere connection with God? Like, what will it take? And the willingness. Or is it time to figure out the food thing, the movement thing, the stretching thing, the money thing, the love thing, and to become open and available? And as our teacher, Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith, says, incline your ear and hear the word of God, because the guidance is there.
See?
Let's go.
What I tell you. One of the things I made a conscious decision to do, because it's back to school, that I want to make everything a lesson. Everything I'm experiencing, everything from, you know me, my shift is the 405, and I'm grateful for it now. That is a lesson. But even just what I'm eating, to have a lesson, why am I eating it? What am I feeling when I'm in the midst of my own fear, doubt, and worry? What am I learning from? Gerrick, what does spiritual education mean for you?
So I love that I get to go after Reverend Julie, because she said some really great things. And what I want to add to what Reverend Julie said is permission to make a new choice. I think it's very important as spiritual individuals to recognize that what is right for me right now is right for me right now. And we're here to evolve. We're here to evolve. We're here to change. Nothing stays still. And so as we evolve, it's okay to change. I can change my belief. I can change my spiritual practice. I can change my diet. I can change my exercise routine. But I think it's very important for us to realize that we're not bound into what somebody else said. We're not bound into some book that somebody wrote.
Yeah.
We're here to question. And frankly, we're questioning ourselves.
Yeah.
What do I believe right now? What do I want to believe? What do I want to believe is true?
Yeah.
What do I want to believe about God?
You said change several times.
Yes.
A question that I had, someone asked me the other day, is there a difference between change and transformation? Because I say I'm a transformational coach. And I always talk about transformation. In your mind's eye, is there a shift or a change? Is there a difference between change and transformation?
So transformation is always happening.
Okay.
It's always happening. It's always happening, whether we identify it or not. We transform. That's what we do. It's automatic. It's part of having a body and living this spiritual experience. But change, we get to consciously and deliberately change. So if our life is not what we want it to be, we might want to think about changing some aspect of it.
Yeah.
So we're going to transform, but we want to do it consciously, and we consciously change by making conscious choices. That's my answer this evening.
I love that, and you're sticking with it.
For now, as long as it fits.
Reverend Julie.
And if it changes, I might change that.
Reverend Julie, you recently climbed base camp of Mount Everest. What was the lesson you learned from there? First of all, what got you to go to Mount Everest? Because that's not on most people's list, but it could be. But what took you there, and what was your lesson you learned on Mount Everest?
You know what touches me so much? I was going to make a joke that what I learned is that I don't like yak butter because the food had yak butter, but which my stomach didn't like. But we don't need to get into that, really. Not pretty. But what did come up for me when you just said what made me want to do that trek, I felt like I could weep. because the thought that came to me is this very earnest, very sincere desire to get to that mountaintop, not necessarily Mount Everest. And the funny thing to me is I was having a conversation with Michael Bernard Beckwith, and I said, like, I'm going to do the trek to Mount Everest. And he said, well, you may not actually go to Mount Everest, but what that says is that your soul desires, like there's some peak that you're going after. And it's like a peak in spirituality, a peak of like, there's just not enough. I can't go far enough. And I'm very willful, so I was like, oh, well, now I'm definitely going to show him. But as I was trekking, and it was so unimaginably challenging, like far more than anything I had fathomed, I realized that there really is. I love that I did it. Part of me aches to go back, which sounds like craziness, but I do have that strong desire. But even that, the desire to go back is the desire to like, how much further can we go? It's still a metaphor. It's still a metaphor. Even though I did it, the metaphor is everything in my spiritual being is here to see how far can I go in this lifetime? How much can I evolve? How much can I grow? And so what beckoned me to that mountain is, you know, we're here and we've got these like meat suits for such a brief period of time. Like, what are you going to do with it? It's so easy to be numbed out and coast. It is. We have such a comfortable, relatively speaking, society and culture. And so there's something in me that says, like, I need to physically pull myself out and see how far can I go. So physically and also very much so spiritually. So I love that it's back to school time because we get to dive even deeper. You get to take classes you may have already taken, but can you go further? Can you transform more? Can you decide to change and make a decision about what you're going to do? I'm so compelled by what's possible with us, right? As long as you can put a little mirror under your nose and it fogs up, there's still opportunity, right? We're still available.
Hello. One of the greatest things that I think I recently experienced was actually taking some time off to go away. I spoke to you before I left. I spoke to you before I left. I was really about to talk myself out of going on a vacation because that's what I do. And I learned so much about myself. I learned so much of my own worthiness, of being in a space. When I got to London, the first thing I began to go, well, I need to be home with my mother. I need to be home back at the church. I came up and I heard Spirit saying, stop, you are worthy. And for me, it took the discomfort of a 13-hour flight and going through my head to drop into a place of willingness to surrender. That was my biggest lesson. I am worthy. And Gerrick, we talk about worthiness. I'm going to be a little transparency in my own practitioner session. In that idea of worthiness, why do most people, or a lot of people, don't believe that they're worthy for life?
That's a good one. That's a really good one. And it is one of those things that, because we have this meat suit, stuff gets on us. And sometimes the stuff that gets on us is the loud stuff. So the one person at the top who says, I'm the person at the top and you're little people, sometimes that gets on us and we kind of go, oh, I need to prove, just like Reverend Julie proved that, hey, I'm doing this Mount Everest thing because somebody told me I couldn't. Well, it takes some boldness to break out of that and go, I'm gonna step forward on my own and I'm gonna prove to myself that I am more than whatever that important person said about me. So recognize, I love that Reverend Julie said that we're remembering all the time, that we already know everything. So we're remembering, oh, yeah, I came here for a reason. I came here on purpose. I didn't come here to hide in the back. I didn't come here to dim my light. I came here to make a difference, to make a contribution to humanity. That's why I'm occupying this physical form for this period of time. And so I think the most important thing I have to say is recognize that everything that you're thinking isn't even your thought. This is why we need to go on vacation. When you change where you are and what you do, your thinking starts to change.
Yes.
And so it is important to do different things. Don't get in a rut, because a rut means, same. Well, when you, break out of that rut, do something you thought was difficult. You learn about yourself. You remember about yourself. So the most important thing is we know this, and every voice we hear, we don't have to agree with, because that call of the soul is calling you to be your true, authentic self. They refer to God as a still, small voice, you guys. Still small. God's not loud on a bullhorn. God is that gentle nudge saying, you know what? You can climb Mount Everest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the newspaper, somebody else's experience is going to scare you to death. But that fear isn't necessarily your own. It's just on you.
And Reverend Julie, I'm going to ask you a question piggybacking off of what Gerrick just said. These thoughts that we're having, what is the difference between our thoughts and consciousness?
I had an experience last week. I almost burned my house down. And I want to share something about our thoughts, and the difference between our thoughts and consciousness. I went in the kitchen, I turned on an appliance, and I went into my bedroom, and I was getting dressed, and my thoughts just started going. I got seduced by negative fantasy. There are things happening in my life, and I just started going down the rabbit hole. When you're thinking about something that you don't want to have happen, and you've got the tears, or you get all invested in it. I was all emotionally invested in this negative fantasy, this thing that I did not want, and then I smelled smoke. And I went into the living room, was filled with gray smoke, kitchen, gray smoke. The next 4 hours was me doing everything I could. It hadn't evolved into a fire yet. There was just a lot of plumes of smoke happening, and I spent 4 hours doing all the things to try to get the smoke out of the house. And so after I took some time, because I had to soothe out my nervous system, that was a very shocking experience, regulated my emotions. And then I pull oracle cards, like the shaman oracle cards, and I got so curious, what the heck was that about? I just had a very traumatic experience, and it was not expected. What was that whole smoke thing about? And I pulled one card, and the card that I pulled started speaking about mental discipline and about not being lazy with my thoughts. And so I allowed myself it's the reminder for me, especially with this theme of back to school, is I'm going back to spiritual practice 101 to practice the presence. And when my mind goes down negative thoughts for this past week, I'll think 3 thoughts of what I do desire. I'm counterbalancing it, because we're human and we're going to always have the anxieties or the worries or the things, but how much quicker can I get each time to nip it in the bud and then pivot back to what I do desire? And so for me, thoughts can be those ramblings that can be so seductive, because I think negativity is more seductive than thinking the highest, and the most beautiful thing. It can be to just go down that whole rabbit hole. And so the discipline to stay in my upstairs consciousness, to stay in evolved thinking, is to keep to make the images. Reverend Michael says you don't want to be against something more than you are for something. So I wanted that my practice now, because I'm back in nursery school, spiritually speaking, and my practice now is every time I have a worry about my son, I have a teenage son, God bless me. I have a teenage son, okay? Every time I go into anxiety or worry or whatever the things are, Jamie Lula does too, he's in his 20s. I go into thinking I trust his life is for him. I do an affirmation. And so I want to bring you along with me, if you're game, to begin to do that spin. Anytime you think what you don't want, 3 times, or do it 1 time and supercharge it with feeling, make it bright and clear in the image. What is it that you do want?
Yeah.
And lock in on that. And we say it the way we do desire, not what we don't desire. So we're claiming what we do want.
Yes.
And so I'm in spiritual nursery school, and that's what I'm doing.
I love that. Yeah, we all need to go back to spiritual nursery school, go back to the beginner's mind. That's where we're humble enough to say, God, teach me. And this is part of the returning back to school. We're humbling ourselves enough to say, I don't know it, but I'm willing to learn it. I love what you're talking about here. And most of us get this on an intellectual experience, yes? We get this head sense. We get into science of mind. We got a lot of heady stuff going on here. We know it. We know principle. Here. Gerrick, how do we get it from here to the embodiment to living it? Because I know a lot of practitioners and ministers who get it here, and there isn't, and this is not a judgment, but yet it is. I'm looking at the demonstration. There's a lot of metaphysicians that are very frustrated, and they're claiming to be metaphysicians, and they're claiming to be demonstrations of the oneness, yet they're not demonstrating the life they truly want. How do we get to this embodiment of what we're learning? Out of the head sense, out of the new thought, into a new feeling.
We're in school, and we're always in school. One of the things I love is that we talk about spiritual practice. And Reverend Julie, again, you gave us a great example, right? If I have a thought that is something that I don't want to create, let me replace it with 3 that I do want to create. Thoughts are things. They are units of energy. Thoughts are creative. Now, the good news is a high vibrational thought creates a lot faster than a low vibrational thought. So we really can make a difference on the planet just by spending this time here. So first of all, give yourselves a hand for showing up tonight, because
Wednesday.
it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you.
Yeah.
Your thoughts go out and create. But back to the question, again, we call it a spiritual practice. And I think we show up with humility and openness to always want to be learning more. Want to learn how to experience God more. We want to learn more. And I think the more that we continue to ask, how can I know God more? How can I be God more? How can I experience God more? The more that we ask those questions, as opposed to the ones that are on the news, or in addition to the ones on the news. Again, ask 3 questions that I want to answer, not what the TV says. Then we train ourselves to look for the good, to find the good, to magnify and multiply the good. So it is a practice, and what I want to say is be incredibly gentle with yourself. Be so loving with yourself, because that's what we're here for, is to transform and grow. Sometimes it's pretty and sometimes it's not. It's okay. We keep on transforming and growing in the gentlest, most loving way. I have the privilege of being a godfather, and whenever, it doesn't happen that often, but I got to tell you, when I want to be hard on myself, I imagine that I'm talking to one of my godchildren. I'm not going to be mad to a little kid.
Sure.
No matter what it is, oh, honey, let's try it a different way. What about this? Can we all be that gentle with ourselves? Just consider it.
Yeah.
Just consider that.
It makes me, I'm here about to break into the ugly cry again. Because I've been in practitioner sessions with Gerrick, conversations with Reverend Julie, where I have just beat myself up to no end. And my ego's called Little Skip. And Little Skip has a tendency to act out. And little Skip will tell me everything I did wrong, everything I need to do, and you're not a good son, this and that and that. And here's what I'm walking back to what we've been talking about, the practice. And there is medical proof, y'all, that we are creating grooves into our brains from the habits that we do on the outside. It's shifting the way our brain is thinking. These habits, these practices will shift new grooves in your life, new feeling tones. So, Reverend Julie, what is your spiritual practice to shift in these new grooves? What are your spiritual practices?
I kind of love that my walk in life has become a spiritual practice. It really used to be just, the 20 minutes or the hour, but I'm finding the spiritual teachings in moments all day long. Like even in the smoke thing, I took the lesson from it, right? And so I do have a formal practice where I sit and I read some spiritual scripture, and then I pull cards, and then I meditate. That's my formal practice. That's every day. And but the whole time I was raising my kid, if I'm driving him to school and an ambulance drives by, we pray out loud. Like that's been life. And when we're at the dinner table, we pray. And so there's just this constant reverence and this constant turning towards Spirit, turning towards God. And I just couldn't be prouder that I have this teenager that it's automatic now. Yeah.
It must be such and I watch William and I watch your son and I watch people that we grew up, because I used to teach in the teen church during my ministerial internship, was the youth, and watching these kids, and I always think, wow, how lucky, and you are a New Thought kid as well. You grew up in this practice, and because our young people are coming with this awareness. It's a different group of people that are coming onto this planet. They're coming here already awake and willing to move forward and to shift this planet. Gerrick, where do you see this new generation where are they going? Where are we going to in this new revelation of who we are?
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And thank you for acknowledging the young people.
Yeah.
We are here to be stewards of the earth for them, to create a safe place for them to grow and thrive, because the reality is, you're right, they know some stuff. They come here knowing some stuff that we had to remember. And so there's no stopping them. And it shows up a whole lot of different ways. Some of it is very colorful, some of it is very loud. But what I know is that the human spirit, the spirit of love, is alive. It wants to be alive. It wants to share and multiply itself. So we better get on board. Again, life is about transformation. Are we going to choose to grow as our young people are inviting us to? Or are we going to choose to try to shrink and shrivel up and be small? We're here to grow. We're here to glow. We're here to illuminate this planet. And somehow they know that.
Yeah.
They're born and they know that. So, again, we got to be humble enough to say, you know what? I may be older, but these young people are onto something. I'm going to support them so that they can discover, have a safe place to be who they're supposed to be, and so that I can remember what maybe I was afraid to do or say or be when I was that age.
Oh my goodness.
So I hope I answered the question.
Yes, you did. And
okay.
Same question to Reverend Julie. Where is, and we'll end with this, where is this now? Because it's not the next generation, it's not the future, it's the now. Where are these young minds, these young thinkers, where are they taking us? Because we're on a ride, y'all. Get ready. They're taking us somewhere. We can either go with it or get ran over by it. So where do you think we're moving towards?
I think they have very clear vision. Like, I think they're seeing things. Like, there is much less pretense. There's way more authenticity. There's way less willingness to forsake everything for the dollar. Like, I think they care a whole lot more about Pachamama, Mother Earth. I think they care a whole lot more about what's real, what's not politics, but what's truth. And so for me, at least, you know, what I'm seeing is we're going to get run over if we don't participate, because truth is going to win. And so we're getting called out. So to me, it's like an invitation to see, where can I be more authentic? Where can I find, you know, be more truthful to myself? Like, you know, I think of parenting early on, it would be like parents would try to, you know, in an older parenting model, it would be kind of like make everything nice, you know, like the kid could be sensing my parents are in a fight, and the parents are like, no, everything's fine. This generation's like seeing through everything. And so the only way you can meet that kind of vision is with authenticity.
That's my friends, y'all. These are my people. Thank you so much. Please give Reverend Julie some love, and Reverend Gerrick some love. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's been an honor.
Oh my
and a privilege.
goodness. Here, and the other thing too is I love how community helps us to grow. We're here to learn from community, and because there's only one community, it's the community of God. And I'm so grateful. And this is a time that we get to participate in our sustainability. 3 things that we really count on for sustainability of our community is your time. You're here. Thank you at home. Home streaming, love streaming, streaming now, you're here. Your talents. And with your talents, you have gifts. You have gifts that we probably don't even know about. If you want to share your gifts, speak to us after this service. We can tell you where you can be in service, because we are requiring for people to be in service here. And the last thing is, the last T is your treasure, also known as money. And so it's the place where we can give, and really don't get it twisted. Money is a representation of an exchange of energy. So maybe you were blessed today by the energy that we shared with you, and maybe you want to give to support us so we remain sustainable. So I'm going to ask our ushers to come forward. I think we have 1 or 2 each. We have 2 ushers or 2 ushers today. And this is time where you can give. There's several ways you can give in our community. You can drop some money in the basket. Yes. You can send in a check. We take that as well. Or you can use this QR code right now. That'll take you directly to our website where you can give. Or you can go to our text to give number 818-457-3419, or go to our website, nhcrs.org/give. No matter how you're giving, we are receiving, because it's the law of circulation. As you give, you shall receive. So I invite you to bring your gifts right to your heart. Right now, I want you to be with me in this prayer of thanksgiving and gratitude. I'm so grateful for each and every person that showed up today in this Wednesday Wake Up. I'm so grateful that we get to celebrate, we get to pray, we get to meditate. We're grateful for our lights to be on and the energy to come through and the doors to be open, knowing that these gifts will transmute into classes, into paying our bills, into paying our staff. We are so grateful that all needs are already met, and this is a demonstration of what we believe. For this, I am so grateful I allowed this to be, and so it is. Ushers, go ahead and multiply. Yes.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I
more love, and she's going to come with one more song.
You build your life on faith and dreams that things will turn out right. You work real hard to do your job in hopes that you'll survive. People like to come along and tell you it's no good. They try to shake your confidence as if they thought they could. But baby, you can do it. You can do it. There is nothing to it. You can do it. You can do it. There is nothing to it. Those who say it can't be done, that you should change your plan, may feel confined in their own mind, afraid to take a stand. But if you've got a dream inside that's really driving you, accelerate, don't you hesitate. It's waiting to come true, 'cause baby, you can do it. You can do it. There is nothing to it. You can do it. You can do it. There is nothing to it. Be strong, yeah. Be strong, yeah. Oh, you're on the right track. Move on, yeah. Move on, yeah. Once you've come this far, yeah, there's no turning back. Tony Campadonico. Be strong, yeah. Be strong, yeah. Oh, you're on the right track. Move on, yeah. Move on, yeah. Once you've come this far, yeah, there's no turning back. 'Cause baby, you can do it. You can do it. There is nothing to it. You can. Oh yes you can.
You can do
Oh yes you can.
There is nothing,
Oh yes you can. Oh baby, you can do it. Help me. You can do it. There is nothing to it again. You can do it. You can do it. There is nothing to it. Nice. Thank you. Tony Campadonico and Jamie Lula. Thank you.
All right. Wow. Amazing.
Thank you.
So as a second reminder, we got some announcements tonight. A second reminder, you can easily make a one-time or recurring donations to our church through our text to give number, QR code, or through our website, nhcrs.org/give. All support is gratefully accepted. Prayer with a practitioner is available after service in the sanctuary and on Zoom. Also, Zoom attendees, please join our virtual patio after service for special and social connection. Every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., our junior church is open. Babies, kids, teens, all are welcome. Sign up in for children starts at 10 a.m. The Wednesday Wake Up with Reverend Skip Jennings next Wednesday at 7 p.m. The topic is Back to Spiritual Basics. Re-enroll in our own awakening and join Reverend Skip for chair yoga on Thursdays at 12:30 p.m. in the junior church.
That's tomorrow, y'all.
That's right. That's right.
That's tomorrow.
Yes. Our Good Gossip Club meets this Sunday at 12:15 in the junior church. And this should be very exciting. Professional car wash right here, August 16th, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., $35 cash only. Get your car cleaned inside and out. I feel like I really need to do this like I'm on TV.
Absolutely, you
Inside
do.
and out.
Yes.
While you enjoy coffee and donuts on the patio, proceeds benefit this amazing church. Very exciting. Practitioner graduation, Sunday, August 17th at 2 p.m. in the sanctuary. 3 of our magnificent members have successfully completed and passed their practitioner training. Please come support them and join in the celebration. And don't miss Reverend Skip Jennings' Soul Harmony Retreat, Saturday, August 23rd, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the sanctuary. Cost is $99. Sign up on our website. And Reb, I think this is, you said you were going to riff at this point.
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So you can finish up and then I'll jump in on that.
A reminder about Sunday's summer service schedule. Meditation is from 10 to 10:20 a.m. and celebration services from 10:30 to 11:45. Zoom meditation meets Monday through Saturday, 7:55 to 8:15 a.m. Visit our website, nhcrs.org, for Zoom links, info, and sign up for our weekly e-blasts and monthly newsletters. And don't forget to follow us on social media and post what you love about these services. Have a good week.
Good job, Michael. I'm so grateful that you are back. Welcome back. Welcome back to our pulpit team. So I want to talk a little bit, and we're going to get you out of here as you've been here a long time tonight. So thank you so much for joining. Didn't you have a good time tonight? That was amazing. So amazing. So a couple things. Mark your calendars. It's August 23rd. We're doing a one-day, full-day retreat here. And we've done retreats before here, and I've done retreats, but every retreat is getting better and bigger and yummier and juicier. And we want you to come out with this idea. We're heading back into school, back to school. This is about reconnecting to your soul. And what I mean by this is we need to align our minds with our spirit, our body with our spirit, the energy. And so in this soul retreat, we're going to be doing yoga. We'll be doing some chair yoga. And I'm also going to share with you another type of yoga that is based on yin practice, where we will be on the floor, but it's very easy. Don't worry, no push-ups, no chaturangas, where we really begin to open up and meditate on the poses. And every pose is held for 1 minute. And we're elevating the energy with a frequency from an app called Soak. So I'm developing right now, and it's something that's pretty powerful. And every time I do it, I feel the healing. So I'm going to be premiering this practice, and I want you to be here. We're also going to do Qigong. We're also going to have a walking meditation into, where's our garden? Right here, our garden back there. We're also going to have a time where we can really begin to vision. And speaking of visioning, in September, I'm teaching my very first class to the community. We're doing a lunch. I haven't taught a class here yet. I've taught practitioners, but I haven't taught y'all. We're doing a light visioning class. It's 12:30 on a Tuesday afternoon online as part of our lunch and learn. That's starting in September. So we're heading back into school. We're going to catch visioning. We didn't talk a lot about it tonight, but visioning is a huge spiritual practice. Are you ready to get out of here? Let's stand up. Let's sing. Thank you so much for being here tonight. We love you. At home, we love you. Get in here next week together.
Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. Blessed always, blessed always, for the arms of God surround us. Let our joy be so triumphant that we rest in God and say amen. That we rest in God and say amen. That we rest in God and say amen.
So how good it is to rest in God and say amen, to say ashe, aho, and namaste. And as we rest in God, we release any of our fears, doubts, and worry in this moment. How good it is to recognize this divine presence as it's coming forth in this Wednesday. Wake up and we can celebrate, because there is a moment of clarity that we have had, and we are waking up every single moment moment. And as we leave from here, we bless ourselves in safety and in love, knowing today is the day that we say yes, we say yes, we say yes, we say yes, and so it is. Amen. All right, peace and blessings, everyone. We'll see you next week on